What a lovely day on this tropical island. Yeah. Oh, hey, a coconut. Man, I wonder what my life would be like if I was a coconut. Oh, nice. How about we play? I guess we'll try arcade mode. This is the life. Just look at how peaceful this is. No worries, no cares, just sitting around as a coconut. Oh, thank goodness. Don't want to lose my progress. This is nice and all, but I don't know. All this just feels like watching a coconut simulator, not being a coconut simulator, you know? How about we try realistic mode? Ask, and you shall receive. You know, this game kind of reminds me of the time when I used to live in Metro City, in the good old days, before the world moved fast. Metro City, man, that was just the place to be. It's really where I got my start as a young jit, a young bopper if you will. It was a humble time for me, for I had lived in a humble abode on the quieter side of town. Metro City itself, oh, it was bustling. Activities and the people that enjoyed them spanned as far as you were willing to walk, and everyone there really felt like a family. You couldn't go a single block without recognizing someone. Now I could sit here and talk about this city itself all day, but that's besides the point. What this game here really reminded me of was this one night back in, I believe it was 2012. I was sitting on the porch, playing the latest and greatest co-op game, Mario and Sonic at the London 2012 Olympic Games. Now, I'd never been to London before, and I still haven't for that matter, but this game definitely did its best at giving me a full London experience. That is, with Mario and Sonic, of course. I feel like if I went to London nowadays, I'd be largely disappointed at the lack of Mario and or Sonic there. I remember I was playing one of my favorite events, football. Now, of course, for all my American friends out there, I really mean soccer. They don't have an American football event in the Olympics. That wouldn't even really make sense in all honesty. Who would the USA even play against? I guess that would be a matter for the Olympic Committee to figure out. I'm just some guy playing a game. Anyways, I was playing football with a perfectly crafted team composition. I had Dr. Eggman's strategic planning and mental fortitude, Yoshi's unmatched acceleration and handling skills, Bowser Jr.'s relentless trash talk and grit, and lastly, I had a rendition of myself as a Mii. I always thought that the inclusion of Miis as playable characters in Wii titles was a real novel concept. It always made me chuckle to see the Miis I had made jumping around in other universes. It was like they had complete control over their destinies. We could all learn something from Miis. Where was I again? Oh right, Mario and Sonic at the London 2012 Olympic Games. I was absolutely stomping the computer in football, which was fun, but at a certain point, you have to sit back and wonder, how fun could this truly become? The AI could never get any better. It was already at the hardest difficulty. Was I doomed to wallow in my loneliness, achieving hollow victory after hollow victory against an opponent that didn't even know the first thing about me? I wouldn't be able to go out and grab a mountain melt with them after a hard-fought battle. I wouldn't be able to sit and discuss the best strategies or the funny moments that just transpired with this game of football. The wins were fun at first, but over time, it just felt pointless. Bummed, I was ready to give up my aspirations of being the best football star in the London 2012 Olympic Games when a familiar face came walking down the street. It was my good friend, Big Squish. Ah, Big Squish. What a stand-up guy. He was really a guy you could just go to with any problem, and he'd have a good solution for you. Everyone could always rely on Big Squish. Big Squish came from a very large family that had quite the presence in Metro City, and he and his family were instrumental in the founding and upkeep of the city itself. Whatever job title you can think of, Big Squish and his family would have it. They consisted of small business owners, rocket scientists, food service workers, executives, you name it really. Big Squish though staked his claim in the construction side of things. He actually helped me build the very home that I was playing Mario and Sonic at the London 2012 Olympic Games on the porch of. He was just an all-around good guy, and it looked like he was wanting to chat. "Hello, BubberTubber. What are you up to tonight?" I could hear him bellow from the street. "Oh, nothing much. I'm just sitting here playing Mario and Sonic at the London 2012 Olympic Games. It's a real fun one." Immediately, Big Squish's face glowed with excitement. He was always down to play games with friends, something that I feel everyone should aspire to be like. "Sure, I've never played that one before," retorted Big Squish. This made the experience 10 times better. Sure, playing games with friends was already enjoyable, but being given the privilege of introducing a new game to a friend and getting to see their first reactions to things, now that was priceless. Anyways, enough of that for now. Here we have the Beat BubberTubber to Death Simulator. I'm flattered, I think. There I am. Okay, let's just see how this works. Oh God, why is it so loud? Guess I just gotta beat him up. Yeah, get him. Beat him up. This must be my punishment for the Learn to Fly 3 video. Oops. Hey, I'm getting pretty good at this, not gonna lie. You better watch out, BubberTubber. I'm gonna beat you up.
Fight back!
Oh. BubberTubber? Are you there? Well, I guess that's that. Anyways, where was I? Ah, yes. I believe I was just talking about my good friend Big Squish and my time in Metro City. And so here was Big Squish, my good friend, ready to be immersed in the world of Mario and Sonic at the London 2012 Olympic Games. I moved the Wii out into the middle of the street and got ready to play. Now you might sit there and ask, BubberTubber, why did you move your game setup out into the street before playing Mario and Sonic at the London 2012 Olympic Games with Big Squish? Is he not worthy enough to join you on the porch of your own home? That seems a bit disingenuous if you ask me. He is your friend after all, or at least so you say. And he's the one that helped you build the house in question in the first place. I'd be ashamed of myself if I were you. Now, while I would be quick to join you in your discernment of the situation and your disavowalment of my behavior, that simply wouldn't be possible for someone of Big Squish's stature. You see, Big Squish is the younger brother of another Metro City resident, Squishy. Now, despite being separate in age, Squishy and Big Squish might as well be identical twins. However, whatever the reason may be, Big Squish ended up growing to be 20 times the size of Squishy. I guess what I'm trying to get at is that Big Squish is as big as a building. And I don't mean that metaphorically, in a weird judgmental way, but more of a he legitimately towers over my house sort of way. For Big Squish to join me on my porch to play Mario and Sonic at the London 2012 Olympic Games would be a task nigh impossible. As long as it didn't rain and ruin my game system, I was more than happy to accommodate Big Squish by bringing the game out into the street so that both of us could play together. And as we booted up the football events in Mario and Sonic at the London 2012 Olympic Games, a great battle was surely to commence. Finally, a real opponent for me to try my skills against. This will be the ultimate evening activity. As I pick my classic team with Dr. Eggman, Yoshi, Bowser Jr., and my Mii, I realized that Big Squish's team was just as solid. Donkey Kong for his super strength and tackling ability, Shadow with a top speed to match Yoshi, Waluigi for his cunning and skillful maneuvers, and his own Mii that he had created when I first got my Wii. 4 equally strong competitors, and 2 equally matched players. This is the kind of match I had been wanting from the computer all night, and here it is, staring me right in the face. As we kicked off the match, I was amazed at just how fast Big Squish was able to pick up the controls. Not to say that Mario and Sonic at the London 2012 Olympic Games was a particularly difficult game to master mechanically, but one would think that any new game would take at least one practice round before they truly grasp the ins and outs of it. But not Big Squish. If there was a game that he was destined to excel at, it was the football event in Mario and Sonic at the London 2012 Olympic Games. It was only the first half, and yet I was already at a 3-0 disadvantage. In real life football, this would be a death sentence. For a game that can often end 0-0, 3-0 before halftime was truly a mark of a terrible game for me. But while I was behind, it was not an insurmountable lead as far as the football event in Mario and Sonic at the London 2012 Olympic Games goes. I can make up those 3 goals easy. My first goal came from an easy pass from Yoshi to Eggman. Eggman's long, limber legs were able to easily launch the ball right into the goal to make it 3-1. Now, if I was a fool, I'd celebrate here, but there was still much work to be done. Work that would be realized in my second goal. Alright, anyways, while that's going on, why don't we just rank all of the BubberTubber Cinematic Universe characters? You know, why don't we just do that real quick? First up, we got Angry Mob. That's like a C. Ooh, Annoyed Old Man. That's pretty good. That's pretty good. I'll give that a high B tier. Yeah, high B tier sounds good. Ooh, me as pixel art. I like that a lot. I like that a lot. A tier. Generic Thugs. Nah, that's not that good. D tier. Director. Nah, he sucks. D tier. Creepy the Ghost. That's like a C tier. Ooh, Shrugging Guy. I'm a big fan of Shrugging Guy. Let's put that up here. Profit Bot. Profit Bot, not bad. I'll give that a B. High B. Creepy Businessman. That's not bad. That's not bad. C tier. Royal Knights. Nah, that's bad. That's bad. Put that down there. And Wolves. Put that down there. Water Cooler Guys. Now we're talking. That's also a B tier. That's high B tier. Dave Miller. That's good, but you know, in our universe, that's just all right. That's just all right. That's a B tier. Same with Phone Guy. You know, Phone Guy. That's good, but not in our universe. That's only all right in our universe. Oh, Demon Pepper. Okay, Demon Pepper. I'll give you a high C. Actually, nah, let's change this all up. There you go. I'll give you a B. Lewis? Yeah, I'll give him a B, a low B. Elmo? No, that's D tier. Little Kid? That's D tier. Evil Guy? Yeah, Evil Guy, I'll put him there. Inverted Morshoe? Yeah, that's about right. Oh, Fettuccine? Now we're talking. That's S tier right there. That's S tier. Game show host? That might be top of A. That might be top of A. Grain Monster? Now we're back to D tier. We're back to D tier. General? Ooh, that's A. That's A. At least. Other General? That's like a B. Gabriel Maximus? No, that's S. That's S. That's S. Old Neighbor? Yeah, no, Old Neighbor's pretty good. Old Neighbor's pretty good. I'll put that as a A. Thompson? That's like top of B. That's like top of B right there. Actually, second B. Kid with Parrot? Nah, that's D. That's D. Gangster Trial. Now you're speaking my language. But he doesn't speak my language, so that's like a B. That's a B. Old Pirate? Nah, that's not hidden. That's D tier. Nervous Man? Yeah, I'll give Nervous Man like a C. Yeah, there we go. Grog Bar? Ooh, it's tough to beat Grog Bar. That's gotta be S tier. Nice Guy? Yeah, Nice Guy. He'll go there. Nerd? Yeah, he'll go here. Yeah, he'll go here. Yeah. Mom? She's not my mom, so D tier. Other Neighbor that does the ballerina moves. Okay, I'll put him over. I'll put him over here. Mayor Worm. Ooh, Mayor Worm. He's got to be like here. And Showbo Sharp Stubs. I'll put him like here. Yeah. That's good. Ooh, Lookout. Now Lookout. Everyone look out. He's going in A tier. Arglax, Overlord of the Arena. Now we're talking. Priest. We're talking a little bit with Priest. I'll give him a B tier. No, I'll give him a C tier. Super War Hero, yes. Nah, that's gotta be D tier. It's gotta be D tier. Private? Oh, that's S tier. That's S tier. Immediately. Sister Elizabeth? That's like a C tier. That's like a C tier for sure. Gustav? Ooh, Gustav might be A tier. He's gotta be like here. Yeah, that's good. That's good. Lawrence Cass? Oh, that Lawrence Cass has gotta be S. Yeah, there we go. Guy on vacation? He's having fun, but I'm not on vacation, so C tier. Guy selling stuff? Nah, that one's kind of lame. Here you go. Another kid? D tier. HR manager? No, not bad, not bad. But, you know, not enough, not enough. Yeah, there we go, right here. C tier. Another kid? D tier. Janitor? B tier, B tier. Angry Mr. Nezer from VeggieTales? Yeah, C tier. Supertown Man? That's like a high C. Ooh, my brother? That's A. That's A. Talking show host? That's C. That's C. Oh, interrogation guy? No, I don't like that guy. That guy's got to be like bottom of C. Nah, not bottom. He's like here. He's like here. Nervous guy? Honestly, I don't even know where he's from, so I'm gonna have to give him a D tier for that one. Happy old man who becomes sad? I'll give him a C tier. I'll give him right here. Hunchback Bob? Hunchback Bob, he's just alright. I'll give him bottom of C tier. Ooh, Robot 1? That's gotta be A tier. Robot 2? That's gotta be A tier as well. Guy who sells stuff? That's C tier, but that's at least a little bit higher C tier. Bert from Sesame Street? Nah, that's D tier. Buzzsaw Louie, but a human? I'll give that C tier. Cop from Day Shift at Freddy's? I'll give that C tier. Buzzsaw Louie, but real? Nah, that's D tier still. Bunsen Honeydew? Where am I getting all these guys? Where is Bunsen Honeydew in my universe? D tier, like what? Where is he even coming from? Burglar with human mask. Okay. That's a C tier. That's a C tier. Me? Oh, I'm S tier, 100%. Me, S tier. Not biased. Speaking about S tier, Starlight Randy, he gets top of C tier. Actually, nah, he'll get B tier. Bottom of B tier. Me as a legit little bopper? Oh, that's gotta be A tier. That's gotta be A tier. Right around here. Scared employee? Nah, that's gotta be C tier. But around here. Scientist? Ooh, scientist, he's gotta be A tier. He's gotta be over here. Angel? I'll put Angel around here. Yeah. Scary the Ghost? Ooh, Scary the Ghost is good. He's gotta be like here. Sad Man Standing? Because he got his fridge magnet stolen? Nah, that's C tier. Sorry, man. I know you're sad, but sorry, man. I'll give you this, though. And Zezda the Chosen One? Ooh, that's gotta be A tier. But not too high. Maybe like here. And there we go. Look at that. Isn't that nice? Isn't that all nice and shiny and cool and lit and fun? Wait, wasn't I telling a story? Let me get back to that.
That's it?
A tie? After all of our hard work, all of the back and forth struggles, seemingly begging for a victor to finally be decided, ending in a draw. A weird purgatory where nobody wins, nobody loses, and everybody wins. Everybody loses. How profound. But as we sat there, staring at the TV, goals tied 3-3, We both came to the same realization. The sun had long set, and the glow from the TV now illuminated the night sky around us, almost like a shield of artificial light. And as we zoomed out from our tiny bubble, we saw just how much value this game had brought us. We were engaged in a battle of wits and skills for hours on end. Nothing seemed to matter to us, except where or when we could get that next goal. The promise of being able to hold that gold medal high when all is said and done. No worries, no responsibilities, just two friends having fun. As the gaming session wrapped up and Big Squish said his goodbyes, I couldn't help but reflect on all the fun we just had and the simplicity of it all. Much like Coconut Simulator, our lives had one goal at that moment: to win. But I guess when you really think of it, we had two goals in the end. One was to win, and one was to have fun. It really makes you wonder though, what is the goal of a coconut? Is it to be eaten? To fall from a tree? Be drank from on vacation? Be made into a cake? Or maybe just to exist at all? And isn't that what we strive to do in our own way? Exist? I see myself in a coconut like this. And maybe that's what a profound game such as Coconut Simulator is trying to instill in me all along. I am the coconut, and the coconut is me. I envy the coconut and its simplicity, its peace. And as I'm forced to grapple with the realities and responsibilities of being an adult, I can always look back to this game and be grounded once more. Be reminded of the simpler things in life, the simpler times when nothing else mattered. Wait, hang on. There's a Coconut Simulator 2? Well, let's check that one out. Well, here we are again. And the realistic mode? Riveting. And you know, this actually reminds me of the time that I went to